Live, WECT News begins now with breaking news.
And we have breaking news out of Bladen County, where a deputy is in the hospital after being shot this morning. It happened on Pine Acres Road in White Oak. And according to the Bladen County Sheriff's Office, a deputy was shot during a struggle while trying to arrest a suspect with several warrants. The deputy was shot in the vest, and deputies fired back at the suspect and also shot that person. Both the deputy and suspect were taken to the hospital. No life-threatening injuries have been reported. We'll continue to work to get more details and bring you updates on WECT News at 5. Also breaking at midday, a lockdown at South Brunswick High School now clear. The Brunswick County Sheriff's Office says it was after what they believe was a swatting call. That's when someone calls 911 claiming a dire emergency that prompts a large-scale law enforcement response, but in reality, everything is fine. It's believed similar calls were made to other schools across the country. Deputies say there was no known threat to the school and everything is back to normal now. Also breaking this midday, the U.S. Supreme Court has dealt a major blow to President Trump's agenda. Today's 6-3 decision holds that Trump's most sweeping tariffs are not permitted under the 1977 law, International Emergency Economic Powers Act. The decision leaves in place tariffs he imposed on steel and aluminum using different laws, but it does upend his country-by-country or reciprocal tariffs and a 25% tariff on some goods from Canada, China, and Mexico for what the administration said was their failure to curb the flow of fentanyl. A Bolivia man accused of murder is due in court this afternoon. The Brunswick County Sheriff's Office charged Joshua Odlin with murder in connection to the shooting death of Christopher Valkosak. That shooting happened at around 1 yesterday afternoon on Cedar Grove Road. That's in Supply. The Sheriff's Office says there's no threat to the community. Odlin scheduled to make a first appearance in court at 2 o'clock this afternoon. And a safety alert related to your money. The New Hanover County Sheriff's Office warning folks about phone scams targeting people's requests for money through gift cards and Bitcoin. Well, the Sheriff's Office says they'll never request money over the phone using gift cards or cryptocurrency. They say that anyone who receives a suspicious call like that should hang up immediately and report the incident to the Sheriff's Office. New at midday, Leland Town Council releasing their proposed budget for next year, and it keeps more money in your wallet. It's a $50 million budget with 5 strategic priority areas, including safety, infrastructure, and neighborhood enhancements. It also includes a tax reduction from 27 cents to 25 cents per $100 in property values. There's a public hearing set for March 9th. You can read more on the budget plans for roads, new positions, and more in a story on the WECT News app. And growth of a local town making headlines as developers are eyeing property that would bring in more families. Holly Ridge Town Council approved a request to annex more than 1,000 acres for new homes. Despite many people speaking out against the proposal, Council approved the request to annex and rezone land in Onzo and Pender counties. The development agreement suggests plans for nearly 3,000 homes, but people are concerned about higher taxes and a strain on water and emergency services. No word on when that development could begin. I want to give you a heads up as you're heading out the door this afternoon about some road projects that will impact your commute today and tomorrow. You can expect traffic delays here at the roundabout at River Road and Independence Boulevard. They're doing some repaving and striping until 4 o'clock this afternoon. There's a lane closure for some bridge inspections on the Thomas Roads Bridge. US 421 near US 17 Business. One of the southbound lanes is closed today till 4. Then they're going to switch over and close one northbound lane tomorrow between the hours of 9 and 4. All right, time now to get a check on your first alert forecast with Ella and some new details for us this afternoon.
That's right, Kim. We just some new information coming into the First Alert Forecast Center. Just moments ago, the National Weather Service issued a marginal risk for severe weather for today for parts of southeastern North Carolina. So the Storm Protection Center and then the National Weather Center, they did decide to upgrade that risk for this Friday. Really, a marginal risk is a level 1 out of of 5. Our biggest concerns are over the chance for some gusty winds. So if you have the time to, if you have anything loose outside, make sure to bring it indoors. And I'll show you what prompted that upgrade. And that's this line of showers and storms all throughout the Carolinas. Now it's holding together. Right now it's sub-severe, but we are going to watch it closely. You can see it's still well to our west as of now, mainly just dealing with cloud coverage here at home, but we can see it start to creep in. And of course, over the next hour or two, if it does hold together, that could cause some problems on the lunch or even early afternoon commute. So again, make sure to stay up to date with your WECT First Alert weather app. Now we're jumping into the next big thing. It's still going to be an unseasonably warm Friday, and those warm temperatures have the potential to aid to that severe potential for today. But we're also looking ahead to a rainy weekend and even some cooler temperatures looking into next week. Now I do want to time out some of these shower and storm chances for today and for this weekend. Now this model really backs off on that line holding together, but I have seen different model runs showing it holding together for parts of our region. So again, make sure to have notifications turned on to your WECT First Alert weather app. But as we look into this weekend for tomorrow morning, a few isolated showers and storms possible pretty much throughout the day, even into the early afternoon hours of our Saturday. I don't think it's going to be an entire washout, really just something that you're going to have to check the radar for on your WECT First Alert weather app. If you do have those outdoor plans for tomorrow, I think Sunday we'll see a better opportunity for some patchy rainfall here in the Cape Fear, but really again, not going to be an entire washout, so don't let those elevated rain chances scare you. Now tomorrow, if you remember, we had a First Alert weather day in play for our Saturday. We have no risk for severe weather for tomorrow, so that's why we decided to pull that First Alert weather day for our Saturday. Still an opportunity for a few storms to move through, likely to be sub-severe if we do see storm activity for tomorrow. Today, we are going to watch that radar closely due to that marginal upgrade. But as for temperatures, mild today, mild through our Saturday, and then once that cold front moves through, a big cool down for next week as we go from the 70s to the 40s. So that winter jacket going to be needed for the start of the work and school week. But as for this afternoon, maybe just hold your umbrella with you and your WECT First Alert weather app as we take a look throughout the region. Cloudy skies with our Easy Pro Express First Alert Skycam network. Likely going to see some cloudy intervals for today. Some spotty shower and storm activity, likely highs in the 70s, and then tonight we'll see overnight lows in the 50s. Still an opportunity for a few showers and storms, and even as we head into our Saturday, again, don't let those elevated rain and storm chances fool you, as we're likely to see plenty of dry time for this weekend. And notice those temperatures pretty much taking us on a roller coaster ride even into next week, bouncing from the 40s to the 60s and eventually into the 50s. Now back to you.
All right, Ella, thanks very much. Hey, if you're looking to plant some roots by the coast, you don't have to look far. Travel Plus Leisure just ranked Wilmington and Wrightsville Beach as the 3rd best beach towns in the country to live in year-round. Experts say the area stands out for its approachable lifestyle, blending a laid-back coastal vibe with a vibrant downtown and a growing food scene. The port city even beat out places like Malibu and Hilton Head for the top 3 spots. You can take a step towards better health today in Columbus County. The Columbus Regional Healthcare System hosting a free heart health fair in Riegelwood. You'll be able to get important health screenings at no cost. Free services like blood pressure checks, cholesterol, A1C, and glucose screenings. Women can also receive breast exams. It's from 11 to 1 today, so it's already underway right now at the Ransom Community Center on General Howe Road. Special Olympic athletes braving the cold ocean in Curie Beach today for the polar plunge. Today's event is smaller and designed specifically for Special Olympics participants. It's from now until 2. There's also another polar plunge for everybody tomorrow. The raffle and auction is now open with the plunge set for 3 in the afternoon. Every splash and donation make much bigger way for the Special Olympics. There's also another polar plunge in Brunswick County to benefit the Special Olympics. It's in Oak Island at Beach Access on Southeast 46th Street. Registration is at 3 with the polar plunge at 4. If you're brave enough, it is $50 to plunge. And during the polar plunge, baskets will be raffled off to make some Special Olympians' dreams come true, specifically a Brunswick County Special Olympics basketball team. The money raised from that basket raffle will help send them to the Special Olympics USA Games in Minnesota in June. You can also donate to them online. We've got a link to do that in this story on the WECT News app. March Madness is creeping up with just 4 games left in the regular season for the UNCW men's basketball team. The Seahawks continuing their winning ways last night at home against Monmouth. And it was all UNCW all night. That's been the case nearly all season. 6 players finished with double-digit points, so a real team effort across the board there. The Seahawks win over Monmouth 79-69. They are now 23-4 on the year, and they go to Campbell tomorrow for their next game. The UNCW women's basketball team hoping to add a little spark to the end of the season tonight. The Seahawks travel to Stony Brook to take on the Seawolves tonight. Tip-off set for 6:30 at the Stony Brook Sports Complex in New York. And today will be the last day of programming interruptions here on WECT, as we will not air WECT News at midday or our first of 4 newscasts. Instead, you've been joining us for the top stories, weather updates at noon and 4 on live stream on our website, Facebook, and YouTube pages. So you can do that again today at 4, and WECT will return to regular programming starting on Monday. And that does it for WECT News at midday. Hope you have a great afternoon and a great weekend.
St. Stephen AME Church was founded in 1865. After the end of the Civil War, African American members of the Front Street Methodist Church wanted to have the black chaplain of the Union Army preach a sermon, but they were denied by white members of the church. As a result, they were withdrawn from the congregation, and they established St. Stephen. The church was built by former slaves and free black artisans at the corner of North 5th Avenue and Red Cross Street. Today, the church continues its tradition of working with the community on civic, social, health, and economic issues.
Stream Shootin' the Breeze episodes on these platforms or at WECT.com/anywhere. Chief Meteorologist Gannon Medwick has the stories and science of southeastern North Carolina skies. Stream Shootin' the Breeze episodes now. Sponsored by Parkway Subaru.
This month, find a ride worth falling for. At Parkway Subaru, drive a new Forester for just $299 a month or get financing